I'm Daniel Dekay with BangerTV. I'm standing outside of the Velvet Underground in rainy-ass Toronto right now, where I'm going to be hanging out with Shredders of Metal contestant Tim Brown, who's in town with his band Striker promoting their new record, Play to Win. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Let's get right into it, man. Tell me a little bit about where your musical beginnings start and how you kind of got into this whole guitar thing.
Well, I started playing guitar when I was 17, actually. I got a guitar on my 17th birthday. I was actually in another band as a vocalist. I was just doing singing. And then the guitar player is like, hey, you should let me show you how to play some of the songs. I was like, sure. And it was just, I don't know why, but I thought it was a ton of fun, so I just started playing.
So singing was your first love. Yeah, I thought you were going to be the front man, didn't you?
I tried to be. Didn't work out so good.
Listening to Striker's music, the 80s influence is undeniable. You grew up in the 90s though. Where did that 80s influence come from and how'd you get into that kind of music?
It just must have soaked into the womb while I was, growing like a little heavy metal parasite. Yeah, I don't know. I remember when I was younger, in my teens and stuff, I really didn't like too much music. And at that time I hadn't really found much that I liked. It's just, top 40 stuff. So I remember listening to, you put on the radio and they play Enter Sandman or something. I'm like, oh, I don't like this at all.
The worst.
Well, I remember when my friend first told me, he's like, oh, you got to listen to Metallica's first album. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then he eventually broke me down and I listened to it. I was like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Okay. I take back everything I said. And then so, that really started me on a journey of discovering metal. That's back when Napster was still a thing. And all the LimeWire and all that crap.
Brothers and bands. It's really topic very close to my heart. Eddie and Alex, Igor and Max, Diamond Vinny, Tim and Adam.
Yeah.
Tell me about that dynamic.
Well, obviously we've been brothers our whole life,
yeah.
So we know each other pretty well. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, I started playing music with my brother 15 years ago in our first band together. So it's good to keep playing together. I mean, he's been drumming and I've been playing guitar for so long that it's really easy to tell. I don't even have to look at him and I can tell what's gonna happen next, right?
That's cool. You guys have had the opportunity to do a lot of touring together as well, which is super cool. A lot of international touring.
Yeah. We're going on tour with Skullfist in November over in Europe, so that'll be
Canadian Invasion.
Yeah, the Maple Meltdown, that's what it's called.
You got to open for Metallica. Tell me about that experience.
There was a contest run by a local radio station. It was for when Metallica was filming their Through the Never movie DVD thing. The warm-up shows were in Edmonton. If you actually buy the DVD or you can go on YouTube, we're actually in the special features. So
that's rad.
Yeah.
You got to meet James and the boys?
Yeah, they're all there. It was
that's so cool,
good times.
Contests. Speaking of which,
yeah.
You entered one of our own contests, Shredders of Metal.
Yeah.
Now, I've known you for time. We've played shows together. I've seen you live. I know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
What happened there in Shredders, man?
Well, I just love to enter contests, and I can't turn one down. I was here for about 2 months doing a music management program, and I was like, hey, sure, why not?
How would you describe your playing style?
Let's go for 6 beers deep. That's my playing style.
Hey, that's something I can certainly relate to.
What really threw me for a loop was the no copywritten material, because I only know my copywritten songs that I play live, and I was like, oh shit. I need to make something up now.
I have to write something.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. Thanks for having me out. It was a pleasure to come down here. Otherwise, I'd just be in bed sleeping, right? But whatever.
Hey man, there's always season 2. Don't worry about it.
Season 2. Redemption.
You know what? You're here tonight with your actual rig that you're comfortable playing on. Why don't we take a look at that, and why don't you show me the mammoth wall of tone you've got going for the show tonight?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So we're in the green room now. We've got Soundcheck going on downstairs, and Tim's been gracious enough to bust out a guitar I recognize from Shredders of Metal.
Yeah.
What do we got here, man? Run me down through your acts.
This is my Jackson SL1 that I got in Edmonton a couple years ago.
Why is this skull-tastic shred machine your number one?
My favorite thing is the holy trinity of shred. You got your tone, your playability, and then up at the top of the pyramid is looks. And this one has sweet skulls on it. So it shreds super hard, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
From the bottom up, what we got with Floyd? What are these pickups? What's the setup here?
OG Floyd.
Yeah.
And then I put titanium saddles on for extra shred, indestructible shred. And then I put some bare knuckle pickups in. So this is a bare knuckle nail bomb, and these are the trilogy suites for even more shred. And speaking of the Floyd, I also put in a big block, which you can see on the back.
Amazing.
This nice big beefy boy. For more Floyd shenanigans, I put in the push-pull arm, so it just pushes right in.
You got all the fancy add-ons.
But yeah, I pimped it right out.
Just for our guitar nerds at home, he definitely has the back plate off all the time. He's not just doing this for the interview. What's the selector switch configuration?
I think it's just regular, so like bridge, and then you move all the way up to the neck. And then
Which
I don't know what the combinations are. I only use this one and this one. So
yeah, that's just up or down.
Yeah, up and down.
Rhythm and lead.
Yeah, pretty much.
You got some tape.
Yes.
What's going on there? There's
I'm
a little bit of gaff.
Yeah, so like if you don't tape it, these make noise, but if you tape it, there's no noise.
Deadened.
So yeah, so like even on the back, for example, see there's a piece of foam in there.
Yeah.
So I make sure that anything that can vibrate or make noises or do anything, I tape it down or put foamer on it.
So you're a tone guy. You're a bit of a purist.
Yeah, well, I've noticed in recording, a long time ago we were recording and I was playing my main guitar, which had a Floyd on it at the time, and we're playing and it's like, chugga, 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 stop, ring, chugga, chugga, stop, ring. And it would always be like ringing out and people was like, what the hell is that? And then I realized the springs in the back, and then once I started muting those, I was like, what else is making weird noise? So it's just like fucking stuff foam and everything.
You need a foam endorsement.
Yeah.
What's this bad boy running into? What's your amp setup for this tour?
Kemper, baby.
Ooh, the K word.
Yeah, Kemper.
Running through a Marshall cab, or what are you doing?
That's through a Marshall cab, yeah.
You happy with the sounds that the Kemper can do for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first, I was never a believer, and then we were recording our self-titled album and doing the reamping, so I brought in, all my amps, and we're doing the actual reamping in the studio, and then the studio just happened to have a Kemper lying around. They're like, hey, let's just do this for shits and giggles. And I was like, fine, why not?
Casually a Kemper lying around.
And then so they plugged it in, let it rip, and then we started just comparing.
It's a lot easier on the back for touring as well.
Yeah, well, it's just like
a
little,
briefcase?
pretty much. Just bring the briefcase of shred. And the nice thing is you can profile all your amps. So the profile that I use is just my 5152.
Sick.
So it's my own tones, my own stuff. So
it is literally indecipherable when tweaked properly. It's
absolutely.
It's an impressive system. I'm kind of shit on it time to time because I am a hot tubes kind of guy myself, but got to stick with the times, and technology is getting pretty good, so keep rocking that Kemper.
Yeah, well, the thing I really like about it is you just plug in an XLR in the back, because I mean, we've been on a lot of different tours before where the sound man has mic'd, like, he's put a microphone on the head, and it's like, what? That's not where the sound comes out, you idiot.
A 58 in the center of the cabinet.
Yeah, so you just plug it in, you don't have to worry about anything.
Well, that's rad. Thank you for busting this puppy out. I'm gonna let you start running some scales and getting warmed up for the show. And stoked to see you shred tonight, man.
Hell yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks, man.